Vikings-Bears, this was headlined by Aaron Jones, 22 carries, 106 yards, and most importantly, gets in the end zone. We got to hear from Aaron Jones after the game on finally getting into the end zone after a cold stretch.
Feels great, I feel like that's the standard, getting to 100. That's what every back wants to get to on every game. So to break that, my teammates had confidence in me. They told me before, it's going to be a big day. You're going to have 100. And as soon as I was close, they were letting me know. So they care about it just as much as I do.
There you were, Jones, to get into the end zone, and you finally got in today.
Man, it felt so good, to be honest. Like, it was a sigh of relief. A month's too long. I got to go back and look, but I don't think it's ever been that long. So just like a sigh of relief, I tried to spike the ball that side, get some of that anger out. Wasn't a great spike, but go back and practice. It's my first time ever spiking the ball.
Aaron Jones is a national treasure.
Oh, he's
in case you were just listening to the audio, Aaron Jones did that press conference or was talking to the reporters wearing a giant purple sombrero, which he's prone to do. He used to have a big green sombrero when he was with the Packers. Anyway, Aaron Jones is a national treasure. These are the kind of things that happen when you free Aaron Jones. 25 touches, tied for the second most in a game this season. His best fantasy game since week 7. His 6th different game with 100 or more yards from scrimmage this year. Only 3 running backs have more. And he was one of every Viking that kind of went off in this game, except Justin Jefferson.
Did you just start crying? What's going on with your voice there?
Maybe. I mean, I have a lot more Justin Jefferson than I do Jordan Addison, who, by the way, but as long as we're talking about Barry being down bad this week, just Jordan Addison on the hate list, by the way. Jordan Addison was on the hate list.
I distinctly remember this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just so you know. Just owning that. Good job, Barry, on that one as well. Jordan Addison, 8 for 162 and a touchdown on 9 targets, a career high in receptions, receiving yards. Somehow got a 28% target share. He got more receiving yards in this game, guys, than he had in the previous 4 games combined. He's now very quietly scored in 3 of the last 4. I think you have to start thinking about Jordan Addison on this wide receiver 3 radar. Just felt like the Bears made a point of taking. We don't care. We're going to let everyone else beat us. We're just going to make sure we take Justin Jefferson out of it. And sure enough, everyone else beat him.
Yeah. Didn't really seem to work that well as the Vikings moved the ball. Ultimately, I think the big story in a way outside of Addison is that TJ Hawkinson is just all the way back, top 5 tight end.
Yeah.
The rest of the way, he doesn't look hindered at all by his injury. The Jefferson game, I think you just have to write it off to just that extreme defensive scheme against him. But Connor, I thought yesterday, there's so much talk about Daniels, Bo Nix, again, another good game. Drake May out there too. But I thought the best rookie quarterback yesterday was Caleb Williams.
I thought so too. You just saw some of the things that made him special coming out. The
sure.
throws in and out of the pocket, the extended plays, the really dangerous but throws that he can make and was more comfortable making them. I thought he was just as good as the stats would indicate.
Yeah, when we were watching it in the screening room, all of us on Football Night in America, he made one throw and Chris Sims just blurted out. He goes, Caleb Williams throws on the run better than any quarterback I've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, he was just it's unbelievable. That throw to Swift is just ridiculous. The one I'm talking about, like DeAndre Swift. It's an off-schedule play, and Swift just he's running around, and then he realizes that Williams is scrambling, and so Swift just heads down the sideline and does one of these, and Williams just throws him on the run over his shoulder.
How about the throw to get him into field goal range after the onside kick? These are next level throws. This guy, between the game in London against the Jags, which I understand it was against the Jags, but still just the level of throws he was executing, this guy's just not going to fail. And yeah, we go back and forth with the Daniels v. Caleb thing. I think we're probably just going to go back and forth on that for a long time.
It just looks like since the offensive coordinator change, he's doing less thinking. He looked so afraid to make a mistake for a while.
He's doing less thinking, and again, continues to use his leg. It's now his 6th game in a row with at least 30 rushing yards as well. And Keenan Allen. Welcome back, Keenan Allen. Sitting on waiver wires and benches across America. Keenan Allen has been terrible all year, fantasy-wise, I should say.
Jordan Addison, Keenan Allen, play all the hits.
Yeah, no, I have in a league. I'm still gonna win. But in my down bad, way, I had Jalen Waddle and Keenan Allen on my bench.
Forgot about Waddle.
Right, because it's they've been brutal all year long, and so it's a deep league, and I just I went with different flexes that did okay, but didn't do as well as Jalen Waddle and Keenan Allen sitting on my bench because they've been brutal all year long. So. Don't beat yourself up on that one. You can beat me up because I'm the one that it was that weekend. Anything I touched just turned to, what's the opposite of gold? Anyway, Yeah, no, that's not the opposite of gold. Poop
Dust.
emoji. Anyway, Keenan Allen, targets, receptions, receiving yards, fantasy points, season highs in every one of those categories. 32% target share for, still kind of looks fat. I got to be honest with you. I mean, he did. I was just like, everyone was like, hey, stop with the fat Keenan stuff. And then you're watching him run and you're like,
He looks larger than normal.
He looks a little thicker.
Luka Doncic is an MVP candidate every year. It works for some people.
I don't know, but
maybe
they were
play
finding him
receiver.
where they got DJ Moore involved as well. I mean, listen, Keenan Allen 15 targets, ridiculous. DJ Moore though 7 targets. Adunze also gets a decent amount of work, and so yeah, it just feel like the game sort of lent itself to that. I don't think that's how Chicago wants to play, where they're throwing as much as they are. Caleb Williams threw the ball 47 times in this game, but again, I think you feel good about, if you've invested in any of the Bears offense, you feel good about where Caleb Williams is and where these guys are. It is worth noting, though, their upcoming schedule is pretty brutal. They're at Detroit next week, on Thursday. It's the Thanksgiving game. A short week on the road at Detroit. Don't love that. Then they're at San Francisco. See if they can get Bosa back and get that defense playing better. Then they're at Minnesota again, so another game against the Vikings, and then home to Detroit. So tough sledding upcoming for the Bears, but positive to see how the offense is going under Thomas Brown for sure. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotoWorld.com, and I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched, or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.